Hello Year 4, this is your Wednesday's maths lesson. Our TLP for today is can I use the grid method to multiply numbers? So the grid method is a formal written method of multiplication that we learn in Year 4. If you are thinking, Miss Coleman, I am really in the pit with this right now, I do not know what the grid method is, don't worry, we're going to go over it for the next few lessons. And this is really tricky stuff, okay? So just have a go and do your best. Remember, you can always come to the Zoom at 11:30 if you've got any questions. Okay, so this is called the grid method because we use a grid for our multiplication. So you have some grids in your packs, or you can draw your grids like I have with 2 lines down and 1 line across. So we are going to start with this number sentence. Some of you might be able to do this in your head, and that's brilliant, but we are learning the method here, so it's really important that we do this. So we put our times in the corner, and then we take our 1-digit number and we write it on the side. And then we're going to partition our 2-digit number. So we're going to split it into tens and ones. So how many tens do we have? 20, brilliant. So we've got 2 tens, so 20. And how many ones do we have? 4. Fantastic. Now I'm going to start with my deans, okay, so that it's clear. So I've got, we know this is 10, so this is 20, so that's 1 lot of 20, 2 lots of 20, 3 lots of 20. And then I'm going to do my ones, so I've got 1 lot of 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 lots of 4, and 3 lots of 4. So now I can come over here where I've drawn my grid, and I'm trying to do 3 times 20. So if I'm not sure what 3 times 20 is, I know what 3 times 2 is. Okay, I know that 3 times 2 is 6, and then I need to mega up my fact, so I know I need to add my 0. And we can check it with our deans, so we know we've got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Fantastic. And then I'm doing 3 times 4, so if I'm not sure, I can count my deans. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Brilliant. Then we need to add these 2 numbers together. So some of you might be able to do that, but if you're not sure, we can use our column addition that we practiced so much last term. So I'm going to write 60 and 12 with my sign and take my ruler. Okay, and with column addition, do we start with our tens or ones? Ones, fantastic. So we have 2 in our ones column, and 6 plus 1 is 7. So now we know that our answer is 72. If you're thinking that the deans are really helpful for you, but you don't have deans at home, you can draw some deans like I have here. So I've got my 10 sticks. So there's 120, another 20, and another 20. And then we can draw out our ones. And the same, we can draw a grid method here and add our 2 numbers together, starting with the ones and then the tens. And we know again that our answer is 72. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to do a 1-digit number times a 3-digit number. So, same thing, we're going to write our 1-digit number on the side here. Then we're going to take our hundreds number. Okay, we're going to partition our number. So we're going to take our hundreds, tens, and our ones. So we've got 2 hundreds, haven't we? So we write 200 here. And then our tens. So we have 4 tens. So that's 40. And our ones, we have 6 ones. So I'm going to use my Deans. I've got my hundreds here. So that's 100, 200. But I need 2 lots of 200, so I'm going to add another 200 there. Okay, then my tens. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 tens for 1 lot of 40. And 1, 2, 3, 4 tens for 2 lots of 40. And then I need my ones. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I need 2 lots of 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So in total, how many hundreds do I have? I'm going to come over here to my grid multiplication. I know I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 hundreds. Or I can do 2 times 2, which I know is 4. And then I'm going to mega up my fact and add my 2 zeros. So I've got 400. Then in my tens column, so I've got 2 times 40, so I can count my Deans, or do 2 times 4 is 8. Brilliant. And then add my 0, and 2 times 6, can count my Deans, or we know what 2 times 6 is 12. Brilliant. Then we need to add these numbers together. So I'm going to use column addition again. So 400, add 80, and 12. Okay, take my ruler. And which column do we start with? Hundreds, tens, or ones? Ones, brilliant. So 2. Then our tens column, so we have 8 plus 1 is 9. And our hundreds column, we've just got our 400 in there. So we know that 2 times 246 equals 492. If you're feeling like you're really in the pit with the grid method, okay, don't worry, we're going to go over it in the next few lessons, but have a go at doing some multiplication facts, okay, some times tables in the grid method. So here I've drawn out my Deans. Look, I've got 4 times 5. Okay, I've got 4 lots of 5. So then we can count them, can't we? We can either count them one by one, or we can count in our 5 times table. 5, 10, 15, 20. So I know that 4 times 5 is 20. And therefore my answer is 20. So your task for today is to have a go at some multiplication using the grid method. So here we have some green multiplication, some orange multiplications, and some red multiplications. Okay, so you can choose whichever ones you want to have a go at, but what we really want to see is not necessarily the answer, although the answer is important, but what we want to see is you using the grid method. Okay, so pause the screen here and choose which ones you're going to work on, and then remember that you can always come to the Zoom at 11:30 until 12 if you've got any questions, or we'll talk about it in the Zoom later, and then in tomorrow's lessons I will go over the answers with you.